and you're listening to WTUL New Orleans. It's DJ D-Rob here. I got a very special guest in front of me. It's Alfred Banks.
Indeed.
What's up? How you been?
I'm great, man. Life is good. You know what I'm saying? Good energy. I'm glad to be here, bro.
That's what's
It's been
up.
a minute.
Word. So, for people that don't know, you've been rapping here in New Orleans for how long?
Since 09.
Since 09.
So roughly about 8 years.
8 years?
Yeah, 8 years, man. It's been a long 8 years, man.
Yeah.
It's been great though.
How old are you now, if you don't mind?
26. I just turned 26 July 17th.
That's what's up. So you've been rapping since you were 18?
17. Actually.
17. That's what's up.
17. Yeah, no doubt. It's been the city's very interesting. It's always good to get out of here though. You know what I'm saying? I made most of my noise outside, but I love being from the city. I love repping New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? It's an honor for me to be a representation of the city everywhere I go.
That's what's up. So you grew up uptown?
Uptown, man.
That's what's up.
Uptown. I was born in Charity Hospital, but my mama brought me right off a magazine in Laurel, right around Bowie Elementary. So yeah, man, right uptown. You know what I mean?
That's what's up.
Indeed.
So you've been having some a little bit of success lately.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, I don't mean to.
Nah, just a little bit.
Yeah. So you got a new album out right now. It's called The Beautiful, right?
Indeed. Yeah, new album, man. Very excited about it. We charted on Billboard. We charted number 79 on Billboard's Top 100 Heat Seekers, which is incredible. And we charted number 12 on the iTunes' top hip hop rap album. So it's a great feat. I did my album release party here in the city, and I drew the biggest crowd I've ever drawn in the city here. So that was in the city here. So it was great. I've toured with people, XXL freshmen, stuff like that, and the past 2 years have just been kind of incredible. We did the Volkswagen commercial, which was cool.
Yeah.
I did my first couple overseas shows, which was great. I can't remember everything, but the last 2 years have just been incredible for sure. For sure, yeah, no doubt. But that new album, man.
The Beautiful, yeah. So we're gonna come back. I just want to give the people a taste of your music before we get any further.
Of course.
So this first song is gonna be called, what's it called? Vice, right?
It's called Vice, man. This is the single that we're running with right now. This record is one of my favorites off of the album. I hope you enjoy it.
All right, y'all. This is Alfred Banks with his new single Vice. Here we go.
Yeah, Banks. Riding around in this whip got me feeling the way. I hope there's nothing that could come take this feeling away. Yeah, I'm fresher than death. I see you at my wake. Took an hour to get dressed, yes, and I'm set in my ways. Feeling super presidential, no doubt in my mind. Gold Nixon on my wrist, I ain't about to resign. Nope. I spent 200 on that thing just to tell me the time. So never ever can I lose, got too much on the line. Nah, Landis told me I was dope, I had his head nodding. So if you ever disagree, I consider it nonsense. Real. Underdog Central ain't here to just make a profit. It's to give like-minded people a CD of hotness. I'ma leave my career on the high.
And that was Vice, the latest single from Alfred Banks.
Indeed. It's my record right there, man.
What was the process like coming up with that one?
Well, the album as a whole is a concept. So my oldest brother, Landis Banks, he suffered from schizophrenia, and he committed suicide because of it. And the day of his funeral, I actually had to leave in the middle of the situation because I had a show that night. So that car ride from the show to the funeral from the funeral to the show was extremely emotional. So I wrote an album about that car ride.
Right.
And that's the beautiful. The intro is actually me at his funeral, and that Vice is the second record off the album where I'm trying to kind of get my bearings back about me. I have to jump back into rap mode type of deal. So when you listen to that record, I'm actually not the song kind of sounds braggadocious, but I'm actually talking to the voices, being like, y'all can't stop me, like no matter what's going on. There's a line in there where I say Landis told me, my brother was a Landis Banks, so Landis told me I was dope, I had his head nodding. So if you ever disagree, I'll consider it nonsense. I'm actually like talking to the voices. So that record is whenever I perform it live, people love it. It's one of the standout records from the album, and so it was just kind of like an easy choice to go with that record.
That's what's up. It's like a suit of armor, I would say.
Indeed. Yeah. No doubt.
So you work with one producer for this whole record. I understand. His name is
Caesar.
Caesar. It's Chris Bunch.
Yeah, it's my man. It's my best friend. I've been knowing homie for about almost 11 years now, and every project I've ever put out, he's at least had one beat, and so this is our first like full project together, and it was just always like I never knew why I never just did a full record with homie.
Right.
Like he always send me beats, like it's whatever. So it was like, let me put this album together, and this album means the world to me because of what it's talking about, something so close to my heart, and only one person I knew that could really capture the energy of what I was trying to do, and that's Chris, that's Caesar. So, he sent me a bunch of beats. I actually had a version of the album written before my brother died, and so I went back and kind of just scrapped everything, and I was like, you know what, I kind of want to do something a little bit more personal. I've never made music this personal before. Most of my stuff was lyrical, spiritual, miracle type stuff. But this one, I was like, nah, I need to talk about something. And mental health is something that a lot of people, it's taboo. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. It's an awkward topic. And so now we have to face it head on because it's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that suffer from mental health in whatever aspect. And the reactions I've been getting from this album, and Caesar's always surprised at some of the response that I get. People are, giving me the stories. I had one lady drive from Chicago, Illinois to come see me perform in New Orleans, and she gave me a handwritten letter that her youngest son gave to his older brother when he got admitted into a mental institution because of his schizophrenia. So those type of things, they keep me going and they let me know I'm on the right track with what I'm doing. So, and Caesar's very excited to have been a part of this for sure.
That's what's up. It seems like the whole idea of a rapper working with one producer is starting to become a thing again. It seemed like you didn't see that too often.
Nah.
And now, Jay-Z's got a new album with No ID. And
Exactly.
I feel like, so would you say that it was easier working with one producer and he helped you,
Yeah, way easier. Well, first of all, like, I have a plethora of Caesar beats. Like, I have probably like 150, 200 at any given point, right? So, picking the beat is whatever. But for this one, we actually, like, compose everything kind of like at the moment type of deal. It's easier, one, because that's not as many checks as I have to cut. And two, because I only have one person to holler at about, direction of where we're going. You know what I mean? Other than the engineer, like the master or whatever. But it makes it so much easier, man. And I was just so excited. I really wanted the world to hear what he has to say. Because he wrote the hook to that record. That was him saying the hook.
Oh, real?
And so the dude is, and with all due respect, he's a better rapper than me, but he doesn't want to rap. He just wants to produce. And so I want the world to know who Caesar is as a producer. At some point, I'm going to get him on the track, though, as well. That's my big homie, man.
He's pretty much in charge of doing the music when you record. When you play live, you have a band with you, and can you tell us about the band you usually play with? And,
Indeed. So as of late, I've been rocking with a live band, Cool Nasty. Those are my guys and gals. And one of the guys from live wise, he helps kind of compose my man Albert from Tank and the Bangers. He kind of helps the direction of where we need to go live, adding some cool elements to it to keep it fresh. So shouts to Cool Nasty, shouts to Tank and the Bangers. They show love. Like I said, I'm on the same management as them. So shouts to my girl Top Via. She just touched back down. I think Tank and the Bangers, they're on like a world tour right now, but they're at home for a couple of days. So I'm gonna go link up with them. But yeah, man, when I'm live, as of late, I've been rocking with some members of Tank and the Bangers, but Cool Nasty is the band, and I love it, man. It's real good energy for sure. You know what I mean?
Shout out to Austin Clements. It's my
friend.
Man.
Yeah, big homie, man.
Yeah, grew up with him.
That's dope. It's dope. Small world, right?
Yeah.
It's my man.
Yeah.
Rocks with homie.
I want to play another record, and then
Gotcha.
when we get back, we could talk about some of the business moves you've been making.
Indeed, no doubt.
All right.
So this record right here, it's called Uptown. And, repping where I'm from. But this is the part of the album where, the voices are kind of telling me, your brother wasn't proud of what you were doing. So the only way to make him proud is if you make a commercial record to get the success that comes with it. So he'll actually be kind of proud of you. And so I took that and took that energy and we made this record. But this is one of my joints. When I perform this live, people go nuts. I can't wait to do this at Voodoo. It's going to be live.
So he didn't approve of
Oh, no. That's just for the album's sake.
Oh.
Not real life. The dude was one of my biggest fans. Like
I'd hope so.
He totally was a huge fan. But just for the sake of the album, it's just what the voices are telling me on this record. You know what I mean?
Some storytelling. A
little something.
Creative license.
Yeah, I mean so.
All right, this one's called Uptown. If you're just now tuning in, I got Alfred Banks here. We're playing a new record from his new album. It's called Uptown. Here we go.
Understood.
When you rock with AC, you know it's about to go down. This niggas tryna play me like I ain't from uptown. We take it all across the globe, from every city, every town. But still they tryna play me like I ain't from uptown.
Banks, I'm from Uptown, magazine and law bound. When we in the building, demolition tear down. Hella cliche, but hey, you know you love that sound. To all you square niggas, I'm about to send some rounds. There is no need to explain, nothing's the same. There is way too much to gain. All of you rappers is plain. My people ain't, that got you going insane. Killing the track, judge is a quarterback. I think I just caught a case, spell that out. When you spot A and C, you'll see we in the place like
And we're back. If you're just now tuning in, I'm here with Alfred Banks, and that was his new song, Uptown, from his new album, The Beautiful. Yeah. So what can you say about that
record? That song is lyrically is one of those records that I whenever somebody be like, "Yo, man, can you rap?" Like, you know, people always be like, "Yo, man, I heard about you. Can you rhyme or something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I can rap. I play that record. That's one of my favorite records off the album. That Vice, I got this record called Can't Handle It. That's like super dope. But every now and again, I like to just my thing now is I used to just rap. Then I started doing really emotional stuff. So now I'm trying to find that median of where I'm giving you bars, but I'm giving you something as well. And that's I feel like one of those records as well. So
that's what's
that's
up,
my baby.
So you know, you can do a record for people you want to show them how to rap. You have that. You have a record that's kind of like a suit of armor, and when you're recovering from, you know, your brother passing away.
Exactly,
and stuff.
Traumatic, yeah. No
so you also been commissioned to do raps for the projects. I've seen your Volkswagen commercial.
Indeed.
And I've seen some you did for a Netflix TV show.
Indeed. So yeah, man, the Volkswagen commercial was incredible. That was in 2016. One day I was hanging around the crib. I got a call from, I got an email from Volkswagen. My manager at the time, he sent it over, and I was like, all right, you lying, but that's what's up, man. I appreciate you, getting my hopes up. And he was like, nah, fam. So we got on a Skype call. They were out in Germany, and yeah, it was real. They wanted my record Homecoming for the commercial. And it was great, man. They flew us out to Pamplona, Spain, and we filmed in the actual Volkswagen factory. They make like 35 cars every 10 seconds, which is incredible, right? It's incredible. So we filmed in the actual factory. I could have like died like 20 times. And me and the guys I was with, I brought my man Dapper over, Fresh Music Group. I brought my guy Caesar, who made all the beat. He made the beat for Homecoming, so it was an incredible feeling to bring the producer of the song over to be in the commercial. My man Kyrie K the Beast, he was in the commercial as well.
High school with him.
Yeah, that's homie. So he was in the commercial as well. Yeah. And it was great, man. We filmed for about a week, about 6 to 7 hours a day. We got to see a little bit of the city, but it was more work. And when that thing dropped, I was actually on tour when it came out, my first headliner tour. And when it dropped, man, I was like, wow, this is incredible. And now it has over 1 million views between Facebook and YouTube. And it was an incredible feeling, man. They cut a great check. Yeah. And it was a wonderful feeling to see that. It was my first like international thing. And the Netflix thing was great. I had a guy from Netflix hit me up and say, "Yo, we got this movie called Burning." It's called Burning Sands. Common is the executive producer of it, and it's talking about like fraternity life for like Black people and for the African American experience of fraternity life. And they heard my song Underdog Central that my man K the Beast produced, and they were like, "Yo, we like this record. Send it over." Boom, boom, boom. They cut the check. It's in the movie, and I was like, "Damn, man, it's my first." Like movie placement, like real movie placement. And I've been seeing the results. My Spotify has been going up crazy because of that record. And just people discovering my music from the movie and stuff like that. It's an incredible feeling. It's something that I've always wanted to do. Now I have to get my music in like a TV commercial, like an American TV commercial, because it was on TV over, the Volkswagen commercial was on TV Europe.
And overseas, yeah.
But I want to get something in the States, and I also want to get like a major film. So that's like my next thing. I want to get a song in a major film. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, man, it was an incredible feeling though, for sure.
So do you think anything you did led up to you getting these people coming to you about this? Do you think?
I just be rapping, man.
Yeah.
I just be rapping.
Keep going.
I just be rapping. The thing is, like, I've always been a believer in, you just work and things will happen, man. If you put that energy out there into the atmosphere, it'll boomerang back. Honestly, that Volkswagen thing came out of nowhere. I didn't see it coming. And At the time, I didn't even think I was ready for something like that, but it made me grow up real fast.
Right.
And you just rap. Just rap. Do whatever you do, whatever the success that comes in whatever field you're in. Just keep doing that, and something will happen. Just always make moves to move forward, and things will show itself. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So a long time ago, I saw you probably. It might have been 2009 or something.
Jeez.
You were playing with who's on your new album?
Yeah.
Mickey Factz.
Yes.
And you were back then. You were Lyriqs Da Lyricist.
Yikes. Yes, yeah, I was. I was Lyriqs. Wow. Yeah, classic stuff.
So how about when you rebranded yourself as Alfred Banks? You
Yeah.
figured that was just. Would you think that was a wise business move?
Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah.
That was probably the Volkswagen. The best thing I had ever done was change my name. Right. I had blogs that wouldn't post my music because my name was Lyriqs Da Lyricist. I thought it was just dope. I was also 17 years old.
Right.
And at some point, I was just like, there's no need for an alias, man. Let's go with because the music I was starting to make, or at least I felt was needed, coming out of me was more emotional stuff, more thought-driven stuff. And with a name like Lyriqs, they only expect, yo, where the bars at, kid? Where the bar? And so, I was 17. I thought it was the hottest name on the planet. What was it called? Was it when the syllables sound the same? Lyriqs to lyrics. Was it
alliteration?
Alliteration.
Right.
I thought alliteration was just like, yo, it's smooth. It rolls off the tongue, and you had to spell it funky. So it was time. 2014. I did the tour with Mickey. I did a tour with him in 2014. It was 15 shows, and after the tour was over, I was like, yeah, I'm changing my name. So that was and I did it 2015, and we've been running with that ever since. But yeah, Factz is big homie. I'm actually planning to go out there to New York soon to go holler at him. Yeah, man, he's my first industry friend. He was the first guy that I met and we vibed. The first time I met him, we did this freestyle. When he came, he was on tour with NERD, and he came down to talk about some stuff. Oh, he did a show, but he was there doing an in-store, and somebody played a beat, and it was like, yo, who won't rap? And nobody said anything, so I jumped up, like, I won't rap, and I rapped, and I freestyled, and I caught his attention. He was like, yo, this little dude nice. And that was just the end of it. And I was like, one day I'm going to work with you, man. He was like, yeah, no doubt. He just kind of kept it pushing. Flash forward, that's 09, 10, about like 4 years, 2013, something like that. He came down to New Orleans. I booked him. I saved up my bread, booked him, and I opened. And I was like, all right, bro, now I want to do some shows with you. He was like, what you mean? Like a little run? He was like, all right, we'll see. So I booked him in New Orleans and then Baton Rouge. And I was like, yeah, I'm getting a tour. And then, long story short, like, I booked about 11 cities on my first tour ever, like, real tour. And I was like, yo, Factz, man, you trust me enough to, like, headline this joint? And he was like, sure. And he did some things he didn't have to do as it pertains to the way the money split. And for that, I'm forever grateful. And we did 15 shows together. And he headlined them all. And on that tour is where we vibed super tough. That was my man. Like, we really talked. He told me about some of the industry politics, why he never really got to the point he needed to be, and why he's even happier where he's at now and things like that. That's my big homie, man. Like, every time he come to the city, we vibe. He's been hitting me up with people, put me in contact with folks, and it's great, man. I love that dude. That's my big homie.
Up.
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with my man Megaran. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He came down to New Orleans. Oh, man. How did I meet Megaran? I did a show with him in Lafayette. I won't say the promoter's name, but the show was trash. I mean, that show was trash. And he still rocked it like it was 100 people in it. It was like 5. And at the end of the night, the money was cut a certain way, and the dude was like, this is all. And even though how much I have in total is what I promised both of y'all, how we gonna do this? And I look, Megaran was a touring artist. I'm like 20 years old. I'm like, you know what? Get that man the money. I don't need it. I'll go home.
For people that might not know, Megaran is got quite a cult following. He does like video game rap?
Yeah, he does like what's it called? Chip hop.
Chip hop.
He was actually, if you guys saw the episode of WWE Raw where
what?
But what's the group? Not Booty.
The New Day.
New Day. They did this rap segment. Megaran was in that rap segment. Apparently, he wrote that rap.
Wow.
Yeah, he wrote that rap. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's big homie right there. So did the show with him, and ever since that moment, we've been linked. We've been hanging tough. I'm actually going out there to Arizona in November with him. So we're gonna do a show together. That's big homie too, bro. He's one of the most genuine. That dude tours with like Murs. He's done music with like everybody, and he tours all over the planet, and yet I could call him and he'll pick up. Yo, what's the word? And I love that, man. That's my big homie right there. You know what I'm saying? So he's a great inspiration. He's a father. I mean, he's a husband, but I'm sure he's gonna be a father soon. And you know, he's a great. I just love these guys that do their music. They may or may not get the acclaim that they deserve, but they get money, man.
Right.
Who cares? Like, they get money. They're taking care of their family,
Right.
and they talking to their fans. That's all that matters. So yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend that's really into him. I watched a little mini doc on what he does, and I thought this is pretty cool.
That dude is incredible.
Yeah.
Man. And the thing is, he's he ain't corny. He can really rap.
Right.
Like, he can rhyme. Like, yeah, he does chip hop, which is still dope because I love video games. But that dude can rap. Like, he can go toe to toe with the best of them. I've seen him rock a 10,000 person crowd.
That's what's
so
up.
like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's big homie.
Cool. We're going to talk a little bit more, but we got another record. If you're just now tuning in, I'm here with Alfred Banks. He's a rapper from New Orleans, is experiencing some success right now. And
Indeed.
hopefully he keeps coming. It's going to keep coming. You know.
I mean, you know, I'm going to try.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, so this next one.
This song right here is called Infinity. So in that same vein of me having to create a quote-unquote commercial record to be successful, this is that record. I even do auto-tune on this record.
Auto-tune,
yeah, my man Caesar did this record, of course, and the beat was just, oh, man, this beat is crazy. And when I heard it, I was like, I could, like, rap this record, or I could have some fun with this record. And that's what I did. I had some fun with this record.
So is your first time using auto-tune?
Yeah, I want to say, yeah, on a record, yeah, on like an actual song. I've done it in the studio once or twice, but yeah, it's my first time on a record, yeah, and yeah, this is a fun record. I love it, man. It's you got to think about it. Don't just listen to it from surface level. This will probably take a couple listens to listen to. It's not like super complicated, but listen to some of the nuances of things I'm saying in the background. It kind of all makes sense when you listen to the album all the way through. You know what I mean? But this is my record, Infinity.
All right, y'all. Here comes a new record from Alfred Banks off his album, The Beautiful. It's called Infinity, right here on WTUL New Orleans.
Infinity, Banks. Infinity, feels just like infinity. I'ma live forever, we gon' live forever. This money come forever, feels just like forever, yeah. Infinity, feels just like infinity. And I'ma live forever, we gon' live forever. This money come forever, feels just like forever, yeah. Forever, feel just like forever. Cake, these stacks look like forever. Shopping spree, these bags look like forever. Forever, they hate to see you make it out the ghetto. Can't go back, new whip alert. I got several. The Lambo was probably that Carrera. 10 out of 10 is what I'm next to. Super bad, holy shit, praise the Lord, God bless you. Infinity, feels just like infinity. And I'ma live forever, we gon' live forever. This money come forever, feels just like forever.
And we're back. If you're just now tuning in, that was Alfred Banks with a new song called Infinity, and he's right here. I really like the production in that
Thank you.
song, man.
Yeah, that joint, what we call bangs out, big fella.
Yeah.
That joint bangs out, big fella.
Little vocal samples in the background.
Yeah, man. That's actually Aretha Franklin.
Oh, it is?
It's Aretha Franklin
What's
sample.
up?
Yeah, Caesar is one of those guys where we didn't even need that sample. I just thought that was the coolest thing ever to have it in there. But Caesar is so good with samples, it's like incredible. I didn't even know it was Aretha Franklin. Like, he played the beat. I was like, yo, this is crazy. And then I was like, yo, what's the babe? And he played this. I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Okay, that's live, man. So yeah, that's big homie right there. Shouts to him for that beat. That's my joint, man. It's one of those songs where it's one of the brighter spots of a real like serious album. So we had a lot of fun on that record. I love that song. It's one of my joints.
Have you played it live yet?
I have not, but one day I will, and hopefully the reactions are great.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I mean, so
You've opened for a lot of big names.
that is true. That is true.
Who all have you opened for?
I don't remember.
I know
I'm just kidding. I mean, the biggest person the biggest people I've ever opened for is Wu-Tang Clan.
Wu-Tang.
At Howlin' Wolf, I opened for them. It was like
I was there.
Yeah, that was like what, 1,500?
1,500 people?
Yeah.
About that, yeah.
Yeah,
Packed.
that was my first time opening for a huge act. I've opened for Mickey Factz. I've opened for Stolly, Mac Miller. I've opened for Wu-Tang Clan. I've opened for Frida, Tank of the Bangers. I've opened for
Desiigner.
Yeah. Panda. I've opened for Good Googly Moogly. Lupe Fiasco, Rakim, Chris Brown, Tyga.
Whoa.
A couple other people. I actually opened for Tyga and Chris Brown here.
Wow.
Back in 2010. I'm in McAllister Hall. That was fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've opened for some cool kids. I've opened for some people for sure. And coming up, I'll be opening for Bone Thugs and Harmony.
That's what's up.
August 17th.
And that's like 2 weeks?
Yeah. That's gonna be great. I just got word of that last night. Super excited about that. Shouts to Tavia, my manager, for making that happen. Love you, girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait for that. It's gonna be a great situation. I'm bringing out all my double time raps. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be rapping real fast on that show. I can't wait for that. So, yeah,
yeah, just like Bone.
Yeah, I mean, got to. So yeah, that's gonna be super fun, man, for sure.
You ever get to interact with any of these guys?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not all into myself, but sometimes I'm just kind of focused on my show. You know what I mean? I'm not really one of those people where like I gotta take a picture for the gram with somebody.
Right.
I just sometimes I meet them. It's like, hey, how you doing? I appreciate what you've done. And then I move on with my life, you know, because I know how it is to be a touring artist that has a lot of attention on you and everybody wants to kind of be in your face. So I kind of let that kind of rock. But if someone sets up a meeting with them, yeah, I'll interact with them for sure. But usually not at a show, no.
No, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, sometimes.
I remember I saw you open for Warren G's.
Yeah, that was I didn't get to meet homie though, but that would be live. That was a great show, man. I had a lot of fun. Yeah. Sometimes I get to rock with them. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah, that's what's up. And you're playing at Voodoo.
Playing at Voodoo Fest this year. I'm opening for Kendrick Lamar. It's gonna be very, very fun. As of now, it's probably gonna be the biggest show I've ever done. At least crowd wise and stuff like that. I got that news, man. I knew about that. It's August right now. I knew about that in January. But I just had to keep it under wraps for a long time.
Was it hard?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I've been blessed now to where I've done the hardest thing I ever had to keep under wraps was that Volkswagen commercial.
Yeah.
That was the hardest stuff in the world. I was like, yo, I just got to tell her, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be hard I was in the plant and you see the car in the making and everything.
I was in the car.
Yeah.
But Voodoo Fest, man. October 20th. I don't know if I'm supposed to. October 27th is the day I'm performing. So it's gonna be live. Very, very excited, man. It's my first like real. I've done like Bayou Boogaloo. I've done a couple other festivals regionally, South Sounds Music and Mobile and stuff. This is my first like major festival I'm doing. Hopefully the first of many. And I can't wait. I'm picking out my outfit right now. It's in October, but I'm getting my gear together.
Yeah, I see you got that Defend New Orleans shirt.
I mean, you already know. Shouts to D and O, you hear me? Those are my guys, man. Shouts to my man Jack. Defend NOLA, I'm sponsored by them. Defend NOLA shows a lot of love. Sometimes I don't go in there just to get clothes. I go in there just to talk to Jack and his mind. He's a businessman. He's a very cool, creative person. He's the guy that's like, yeah, man, you know, like I want to just like sit Indian style and smell incense, bro. Like he's such a good guy, man. I love his energy. All three of his stores are great. And what I respect about Defend NOLA is it's not like a clothing line, you know, it's a part of New Orleans at this point, about as much as a hot sauces with cheese, you know. And I love it, man. I love to see random people walking down the street jogging in Defend NOLA, like you know, whatever the case. And I'm blessed to be able to wear their stuff everywhere I go. You know, I love it, man. So shouts to Defend NOLA for sure. And shouts to City Gear as well. City Gear shows me a lot of love. I locked in a situation with them earlier this year, and they provide me with clothing and stuff like and sneakers whenever I need to perform, and they're great as well. So Defend NOLA and City Gear, man, they show love.
Yeah, I've seen you on the Defend New Orleans Instagram before. And,
okay.
Also on your Instagram, I just noticed that you got a pair of Yeezys for the first time.
Woo. Shouts to Buffalo Exchange, man. I'm sponsored by them as well.
Yeah.
They gave me some Yeezys. So the thing is, without sounding like cocky, my life is pretty awesome at this point. I got a call from Buffalo Exchange. They don't do that. Like they're a thrift store, you know what I mean? So they just whatever. They don't have to call you, and they called me. Yo, man, we got these Yeezys in, and we love to see if you want. They had 3 pairs of Yeezys, and I was like, all right, cool. Walked in, and they were there, and I was like, oh snap! I tried them. I was like, yo, they fit. Yo, how much they hitting for? It was like, here you go.
Whoa.
I was like, oh, you guys are tier. So shouts to Buffalo Exchange, man. If you're in the city, if you're in any city or whatever that has a Buffalo Exchange, go there, man, because they always have gear. I got these Jordans from Buffalo. Like, they have some of the greatest stuff ever. So shouts to the staff over at Buffalo Exchange. My man John, Denise, my girl Italy, and my girl Brittany. There's a couple other guys over there, but those are my main guys that I rock with. So shouts to them for sure.
So I've seen you you do the thing in your show in the past. I don't know if you still do it.
Yeah.
You change your shoes and begin the Mr. Rogers theme song.
No doubt.
It just seems like I've heard you in the past say that if you want to design your own fashion line in the future, like how big is fashion to you?
Very big.
Yeah.
My thing is I'm caught in between this, like, I don't really care, but I gotta look good type of vibe, you know? So like today I'm chilling. I got on gym shorts. Shouts to Nola Grown, they threw me these. But I'm rocking like gym shorts, but I got the J's on, got the, you know what I'm saying? So like when I go out, like when I'm on stage, I want to look fresh. You know what I'm saying? So like I always told myself, if I ever did a clothing line, it's gonna be called MacArthur Rose, which is both middle names of my mother and my brother. My brother was Alandis MacArthur Banks. My mother is Sharon Rose Banks. So like MacArthur Rose would be my clothing line or whatever. And I really want to do that at some point. I think fashion is very important. You know, it's a mood setter. You know, if you coming out here rapping the dopest raps ever, but you got like cargo shorts on and like some like shirt with like a hole in it, it's like, well, fam, like I can't really get, not that your lyrics aren't as important as what you're wearing, but in some instances hip hop is all about looking the part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to have 68 chains on. I've never been that guy. But
Slick Rick.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta look good.
Yeah.
You know, hip hop is all about being someone that someone wants to be, right?
Right.
So like, you know, you gotta look the part, you gotta look clean, you gotta look fresh a little bit. So yeah, for me, fashion is important. And I'm composing an outfit for a show 3 months from now. That's how much. Shouts to the store magazine called Vegas, Vegas NOLA. They have this Keith Haring jacket that I just got, and it's live. I'm a huge Keith Haring, Andy Warhol fan. And so yeah, I'm composing an outfit for a show that's like 3 months from now. So that's how much fashion means.
No, it's your big voodoo. So.
You know what I mean? I gotta look the part. You hear me?
Right.
You know? So yeah, man. Shouts to everybody that keeps me fresh with these clothings.
So you just gave a little, advice on fashion. In general, what would you say to the rappers that are, just starting out, or
Gotcha.
what kind of advice can you give to all the rappers out there that might be listening?
The most important thing, and this may sound very cliche, but just be yourself. I think right now more than ever we get a lot of people who are young, so they're impressionable. And at this point, I don't think it's really cool to grow up. You know what I'm saying? People don't have time to grow up. It's all about the right now. It's about getting things as fast as you can, as quick as you can, but become comfortable with who you are, and then make music. You know what I mean? Because obviously there's gonna be times where I used to sound like Lupe Fiasco when I rhymed. I used to sound like Charles Hamilton when I rapped. But now I found my own voice, and excuse me, that's the most important part. Find your own voice. Once you find your own voice, don't stop rapping. I remember my first year, 2010, I did like 100 shows in the city of New Orleans. Like, granted, I probably did a couple out of town, but at that point, like, open mics, I rapped in the library, man. Like, I did the opposite of what you're supposed to do in the library. Like, I rapped at Handsome Willie's, I rapped at Dragon's Den, I rapped inside of I rapped at Buffalo Exchange, I've rapped everywhere that they would give me a mic. You know what I mean? I was even irritating in some instances. In 2010, that was the last year I was in college, I had a monthly here at Tulane. And the first dude I ever booked was G-Eazy. He did that shit he did that joint for free. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, shouts to G. So like, I was always just on it. Like, yo, what could I do? Nobody's giving us a chance to rap in class. I'm gonna just make a monthly. Or yo, I'm gonna go rap over here. Yo, I'm really dope. Let me get the mic at this spot where nobody else is rapping. So like, just be, don't be irritating, but don't be super excessive. But just grind, man. You gotta work. Sometimes you gotta make people hear you. You know what I'm saying? The internet ain't gonna do it all the time. A tweeting or Facebooking a SoundCloud link isn't going to get it all the time. You got to go out and really talk to people. And even given everything I've done, I'll still do a pop-up shop where I just stand in front of the store passing out flyers. You know what I'm saying? Just to get the word out, because I really believe in what I got, and no one else is going to do it but me. Right. Well, I can't say that anymore, but that sounds really good to say. So no one else is going to do it but me. So I got to go out there and get it popping. You know what I'm saying? So be yourself, though. That's the most important thing, man. It took me a while, but once I found my voice, man, I'm comfortable with it, and I love how I sound. So.
That is what's up. So to wrap this up,
indeed,
I'm gonna ask you, if people want to hear more of your music, where can they go online, and where can they see you play live, and the whole spiel. You got.
I'm actually not available online at all. I don't have any internet presence.
Oh,
it's
really?
kind of crazy, man. Like I just exist. I'm messing with you. So if you go, you can go on Twitter. You can go on Instagram, Facebook. .com/Underdog Central. So any social media you're on, search Underdog Central or Alfred Banks. If you want to hear my music, go to UnderdogCentral.com.
Okay.
Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. Anywhere you listen to music, search Alfred Banks. I'm there. But go to UnderdogCentral.com if you want to hear my new album, The Beautiful. Just go to UnderdogCentral.com/The Beautiful, and you can listen to it there. You can stream it, copy it, whatever you want to do. Most important part is when you listen to the album, press share.
Press share.
You know what I'm saying? Spread it to your people. Let everyone else know what's going on. So UnderdogCentral.com is the website, and Underdog Central on all social media, man.
That's what's up. All right, man. I really appreciate you having you on.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you hitting me up, but let's make it happen again.
All right, now it's Alfred Banks, everybody, and you're listening to WTUL New Orleans. Thanks for listening.